Alright, it looks like the stream is running. Hi everyone, I'm TigerHawk3. I'm gonna go trucking. Time for a road trip. I think. Is that what I'm doing? We're going to Felixstowe, right, and then I'm gonna drive over Britain. Gonna drive over to, what was it, London, I think? For a higher value job? Something like that. Gotta check whether I have my lights on. I do. Very good. Alright. 3 hours. That's not much left to this trip. 3 hours. Maybe I'll finish this delivery and then go to London and just get that job started, I think. That's the plan. I have, in terms of streams going forward, I have a couple of ideas. There's apparently a puzzle game that can be completed in a couple hours called Hexcell, which when I watched the video, I thought to myself, a video like just kind of the main video on Steam, I was like, this looks like Minesweeper. And half of the reviews are like, this is basically Minesweeper, but it's good. And I mean, not that Minesweeper isn't good, but good as in worth playing. Like, if you like Minesweeper, you should play this instead of Minesweeper, pretty much. So that's pretty positive. Nice, compact experience. But, might try that and get that set up and stuff. Apparently there's 3 games, Hexcell, and then Hexcell Plus, and Hexcell Infinite. Not really much room for naming a sequel there, huh? And I might stream some more, of the technical writing process for DX Wind that I've done before, and I have some more changes to make. The main developer keeps updating things and clarifying the interface, adding various flags. So more things to do. I don't know if it's a lot to do next time, but it's a few things. Shouldn't be too much massive changes sort of stuff. And what else is there? There's always Dota, which is hit or miss for me. I like Bane, and what else did I like? Sniper. It was alright. I've played Sniper before. I think I generally prefer ranged heroes, apparently. But, Dota, what else was there? Oh yes, Expand Editor. I have to, sit down with pencil and paper, and by pencil and paper, I mean, Microsoft Paint. And, plan a simple level. Not a fancy one. It'll be like first level, get used to what's going on sort of thing. But something that looks like it could be a level. Like a regular one, not some thing hacked together by someone who doesn't know what they're doing. That's me. Am I making a left over here? Looks like. I don't think I have to slow down that much, do I? We'll see. Okay, not bad. Anyone remember what I'm hauling? Big old box. I have no idea. 16 tons of graphite grease. And I recall the hourly, not the hourly, the per kilometer rate on that was pretty low. But all I want to do is drive in this direction. And so if I'm going to drive in this direction, I might as well make a few €1,000 while I'm at it. So, that's what I'll do. There's a Humble Bundle. I don't remember what. I think it's like the Life Hacker bundle that looked just awful. Ends in a few hours, and hopefully they replace it with a bundle that's actually good and worth getting with some interesting stuff that maybe I can stream and say, this is in a bundle right now. Because that Life Hacker bundle was awful. I don't see any reason why anyone would buy it. Like, the only things that look useful are things that have free alternatives. And I only knew about the free alternatives, not this paid stuff. It's not like Photoshop. Everyone knows Photoshop. And there is a free alternative to Photoshop, the GIMP. But it's like new image manipulation program, something, I don't know. But there is a free alternative, so it's not that kind of stuff. It's the popular ones are the free ones, and they're offering some paid one that I'd never heard of, and a bunch of other stuff that doesn't look remotely useful. Like one of them was fences. You can draw little borders around various regions on your screen. Why would you want to do that? I don't know. I just don't know. But they're offering it, and people are buying it. They can buy whatever they want. I just hope it doesn't encourage Humble Bundle Inc. to offer further bundles of garbage. Because I want to have cool, cheap things to buy for a good price. Not garbage that isn't worth looking at. So, I mean, usually they're pretty good. Even I can justify buying most bundles. Maybe not the highest tier every time, because it's generally it's 3 tiers, one of which is pay what you want, but you have to pay at least $1 to get Steam keys. They don't tell you that. Well, they don't tell you, but they tell you later, like, you pay what you want, and then you go to buy and you put like 50 cents in, and it says, warning, you need to pay at least $1 for Steam keys if you want that. I don't know how else you would get the games. Sometimes they have DRM free versions you can just download and play locally wherever, but not always, not for all the games. So doesn't seem like a very splendid idea to pay less than $1, because you wouldn't get all the games. But there's the pay what you want tier, and the beat the average tier, and like a third tier of no particular name. So you get a few games in the first tier, and a few in the second, and the first is generally $1, or and the beat the average is usually around $4 or $5, somewhere around there. And the final tier is often like $10 or $15. So if there's a game that you're really interested in for that final tier, could be worth it. But sometimes I look at that game and I see, well, I was paying, if I bought the first tier, it would be 20 cents a game, or 30 cents a game. I'm sorry, I'm going to silence that. That's incredibly annoying. There we go. Lack of options in cell phone operating systems is one of my many pet peeves. Back in the day, people used to treat text messages as the mail. You'd have, will that fit? I hope. You would pen a missive, and then you would send it. And that would be that. But nowadays, people treat it like instant messenger. So they send you message after message after message after message, and they don't stop until they've said everything they wanted to say in 10-word slices. So the phone just rings non-stop until they're done. And I want to message these people, can you shut up, please? It is, if you are ever text messaging someone, put it all into one message. It'll fit. You shouldn't be writing a book in there in the first place. If you have, oh, someone is in chat. Hello. I know you. Yellow man, what's up? Don't tell me it's from you. Is no way. Oh my god, it is. Stop texting me. It's very noisy. That's always fun. Anyway, exciting times. Let's look for, let's see what we've got here. No, freight market. From here to, was it London? London has a good one. So let's go from here to London, if there is anything. No, 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 no. No, no, no. Yellow man says, never! B, what is that, Belgium? So there's nothing that goes to Britain. I'm just gonna drive to London. Give me a map. Let's go to London. We are going to haul nothing but ass, as I say. Let's lift up that mid-axle, because I can. One day, while I was playing this game, and I was shifting up, and the button to shift up is shift, downshift is control, and I hit shift a lot, and then the game kinda minimized itself, and I'm like, what's going on? I'm going the wrong way, aren't I? Oops. I don't mean like the wrong direction, I mean this is Britain, and I am driving the wrong way. Okay, very good. Yellow man says, but I am the next Walden. Winning. Oh dear. Well, I won't have to end early for breakfast because I'm eating my foot already. So that's helpful. But if I had a train of thought, it has left the station. It's gone. I had a thought, and it's gone. It didn't do too well. It's gone. Oh, yes. Hit the shift key a bunch to shift up. And the shortcut for turning on like sticky keys or something is tapping the shift button several times. So everything collapsed. I'm like, what's going on? And it gives me the little, do you want to turn on sticky keys? I'm like, no. The way those, if you're not familiar with sticky keys, it's a Windows feature for accessibility that allows you to change the input method slightly for holding down keys. Some people have physical difficulty with holding down multiple keys at a time, like for Control plus another key, like if you want to copy and paste, Control C, Control V. I'm going over 100 miles an hour. Wow. I'm gonna die, aren't I? So, sticky keys makes the keys sticky. So you just tap Control and it sticks, meaning it's held down by software, so you don't have to physically hold it down. So you can press Control at your own pace and then press whatever other key you want, and there's your sticky keys. That's all it is. There's also filter keys. I don't remember the shortcut for that. I think, yeah, that one is hold down the shift key for several seconds. And what filter keys does is it ignores brief or repeated key presses. Also an accessibility feature. If you have like Parkinson's or something and your hands shake a lot, might lead to accidentally pressing some keys on the keyboard while you're, you know, clunk, clunk, maybe accidentally. And what filter keys does is it discards those inputs and only thinks that you've pressed a key if you press a key and hold it down for a couple seconds. The only downside to this is if someone doesn't know about these things and isn't really familiar with sticky keys, filter keys, and global shortcuts, etc., they may see a window and be like, do you want to turn this on? And okay, if it wasn't helpful, it wouldn't tell me to turn it on, right? Must be like a good thing. And then your keyboard basically doesn't work, and you have no idea why. Maybe you're a hunt and peck typist, and you hold down shift and look for the key to press, and you're holding it down, and you look, and then you look up and you see there's this little pop-up, and you go, okay. And then you start, you know, typing more keys, and it doesn't work. And every time you tap a key, nothing happens. It's because filter keys is on. So then you can type with filter keys, of course, that's the idea, but just poking at the keys doesn't do it. You have to, oh, we are here. You have to, free market. Yellowman says, I turn on sticky keys by spilling soda on my keyboard. That's the way to go, huh? That's a good rate. I like that rate. It's good. Bratislava, no, to London. Do that one. So, you can type with filter keys, but you have to hold down a button and then, you know, hit the brakes because you're turning. Hold down another button until a couple seconds later the letter appears or whatever. So, personally, I have seen more instances of people activating these features accidentally and then can't use their computer. over people who do need these and activate them. I think it should not be by default shortcuts like this. According to Yellowman in chat, Yerp agreed. Okay, I wasn't gonna hit it. It's fine. Let's get this, whatever it is. I don't care what's in this, but I'm gonna haul it. Okay, let's get the wheels down, turn off the beacon, and look ahead, and shift up a bit, and off we go. Noxire's in chat and says, "Good morning." Yellowman says, "You are driving on the wrong side of the road." I am not, because we are in Britain, old chap. Britain. See? Signs facing me, etc. It's Britain. That's what they do. It could be worse. I could be driving a British truck. Never want to do that, because everything is backwards. It's like being in an alternate dimension. It's really bad. 17-hour trip. What, and I'm taking the channel, and it's a 17-hour trip? Lordy. Yellowman says, "Top of the morning to ya." Top of the morning, old chap. Noxire asks if I'm transporting a tank of cyanide again. We will see. Chlorine. 21 tons of chlorine. That's what you gotta have if you have a pool. Chlorine, just a little bit. Actually, I used to work with a guy who had a instead of chlorine for his pool, it was salt water. I mean, not as much as the ocean, obviously, but it was slightly salinated. So pretty interesting. I don't know anything else about it, except that he used salt instead of chlorine, and apparently that works. Yellowman says, "Rabble, rabble, they're Turker gerbs, they're Turker gerbs." I'm taking their gerbs, because my main garage is in Klagenfurt. That's in southern Austria. And I'm in Britain. Went across the pond. I guess the Atlantic is the pond. What would the... I'm sure there's a name for that sea, but the informal name. The Channel? So I am the Channel. And now I'm taking their gerbs. They took our jobs. I haven't watched any new South Park episodes in probably over a year, maybe 2. Been a while. And in case anyone's wondering why I'm speeding, it's because I turned off traffic violations, so I can go as fast as I want. I can drive the wrong way, I can do anything. And speed cameras, I don't care. And if anyone is also wondering, where are the other cars? I turned them off. I have the, you can use the developer console, or just go in the config file and set it to 0. you set G_traffic 0. And then there's no traffic. If you turn it off in the while you're driving and looking at cars, they just poof, they disappear. In the same way that pedestrians do. It is so creepy when a pedestrian's like walking by, okay, and then they walk behind like one of the pillar of your truck cab. Pillar is this thing, or behind the mirror or something, and then they don't continue out the other side, and it's like, where did they go? I don't know. And sometimes it's while you're looking straight at them, they just kind of disappear. Doop 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 doop. Just not there anymore. It's weird. Noxire says, just make sure the chlorine doesn't vaporize. Could be World War I all over again. Indeed. I'm gonna be very careful. I say, while going, 10-15 miles over the speed limit. I gotta go here. Will this work? Yeah. Because I do have to make a left. Do I have room? Can I use the other lane? I better. Because I don't really have room otherwise. Great. This road ain't big enough for the both of us. Which is fine, because there's no one here. King to the castle. Yellowman says, how do we do that in the Bay Area? Squish no more existing for you. Yeah, they're just kind of... They just suddenly aren't there anymore. Like a cut in a movie or TV show. Boop. Just not there. Not a new one with an effects budget, but like an old one. Like Star Trek, the original series. Someone has the power of whatever with the thing. It's just like cut to a scene where they're not there. Just poof. Normally accompanied by He's gone. What do you mean he's gone? He's just gone. It happens pretty often. They shouldn't be very surprised. But they are every time. And you'd think they would learn never to take security people with them, because they will die. Just, Captain, Spock, and McCoy. Because they are invincible. That's called plot armor. Means they are protected in the plot by virtue of being main characters who cannot die because they need to be in the next episode. Not invulnerable to actors or actresses who no longer want to be on the show and they say, I quit. Can you write me off? Write me out? Just kill my character, I don't know. But what if you want to, like, go back on the show at some point? That happened with Star Trek. Denise Crosby played the role of Tasha Yar, and then she felt that her character just wasn't really going anywhere. And it kind of wasn't one-dimensional character that didn't have a purpose. But instead of saying, like, I have a transfer to another ship or something, they just killed off the character. It's dead. So when she wanted to be on the show again for a little bit, just guest starring, they had to use some time travel. Yeah. They burned their bridges. Is what they did. And now I am in France, so I have to drive on the right. Noxire says, this is as close as simulating transporting stuff in space. No traffic, no laws, no speed limits, no pedestrians. Pretty much. There's things to run into, I guess. Yellowman says, I mean, really, who actually wants to be a security person on Star Trek? They fill the ship with them, so I don't know. Where am I going? Is there? Oh, there's the... It's not gonna navigate me out of the thing. I just have to follow the arrows on the ground. I can do that. I'm competent. I can follow the arrows that say here's how you exit the facility. That's fine. I can do that. Noxire says, at least you're not a red shirt. I can be a red shirt in this game. Sometimes a red shirt, meaning flip over. And that's what save and load are for. Can I make that? Don't hit the pole. Thanks. Thanks. Let's get some lights on. It's like 8 at night. That's when the sunshade doesn't come in handy because it doesn't cover the thing. Oh, it's these that I hate. Look at this. Look at this. Look at that. So there's a barrier on the right and a post on the left. So that's just delightful. Okay. I wonder if they really do that in Europe, because it seems very difficult to handle. And in real life, you can't switch between a bunch of different camera angles. It's not a thing. Oh, streetlights turned on. Cool. Noxire says, even in space, you can still hit things like planets, asteroids, stars, other ships transporting other things if you get lucky. Not in No Man's Sky, you won't meet anyone. I shouldn't be laughing at those poor people who got scammed. In Star Trek Online, you can run into stars and be okay. You just kind of bump off. And if you change instances in some way while you're near a star, you could be placed inside it. And since stars are something you run into, if you end up inside one, you can't get out of it. So it's kind of awkward that you're in there and you can fly, you know, through the star a bit, but you can't actually get out. You have to do an instance change in some way, transport yourself. Kind of funny. And more common than you would think. It's not like a secret hidden glitch. No, it's all the time. All the time. Do I need gas? 1,000 kilometers and I have 900 left. I'm gonna stop for gas. Do I need sleep? No, not yet. I'm fine. I don't need sleep. I don't need sleep. I am immune to fatigue. Mr. Bean reference when he went to church. It was very, very boring, and he was trying to stay awake. And he kind of turns and looks at the guy next to him. The guy turns. Ah! Anyway, downshift. Noxar says, "Oh, burn." Yeah, those poor No Man's Sky people. I hear there's like a couple hundred people playing it now. Or something. Some tiny, tiny fraction. Everyone left, like 90 or 95% of the players who bought it stopped playing it in a few weeks because there was nothing to the game. It relied on the 1,000 monkeys principle. If you have monkeys on typewriters, given enough time, they will eventually produce the works of Shakespeare. Now that assumes that they are typing things. But if we give them that, then yes, eventually, you'll also end up with a pile of garbage. So, not really the best way to have a game. It can work for some things, like the levels in Diablo and Diablo 2 are procedurally generated, but not entirely. It's only the exact layout changes so that you can't, start a new game and know that you have to go exactly in this direction to get to the Den of Evil or whatever. You have to explore around a bit. But all the elements in the game, the Den of Evil and, the Pandemonium Fortress, etc., they all exist. It's all planned out. It's just, where exactly do you have to go to get there? Makes you explore a little bit. It's not the actual content that's different, just where is the content. So, it turned out that 15 quintillion worlds isn't very useful when they're not good. So, kind of unfortunate. And the pre-orders. People pre-ordering the game, knowing nothing about it, no reviews. It's a little weird. Ooh, I have to stop for sleep. I mean, not super urgent, but I should look for one. We got this one, we got that one. Maybe this one? Let's see where we are on sleep when we get here. More people in chat. Art Donna asks, when are you going to start making Let's Code streams again? When I can think of something to code. I mean, I could, you could sit there in front of an interpreter and type stuff, but then what do you write? There has to be a task to do. And I can't really think of any other programs that I'd like to write or try at this point. So, I'll have to think of stuff. I've done some Django, and there is more Django that could potentially be done, but I really don't want to, because it's this huge sprawling thing that you end up with a dozen files, and I would have to find some unofficial tutorial, and just seems like a big hassle. And there's Kyvie. But I would need to redo my entire environment on Linux, because you can't actually compile an Android.apk from a Windows machine unless you have a virtual machine running. Let's go to that other sleep area. Let's do that. Noxar says there's a website that simulates 1,000 monkeys, more or less. I kind of want to start making guesses, just as an insult, but I can't think of anyone I would like to insult right now. That's okay. That's okay. I can think of some people who do that by accident. Ha ha. And Noxar says, I'll be back. I woke up and need to refuel. Yellowman says, Arduino controlled temperature alarm. Yeah. It's a little project for that cooler. He is my buddy IRL, in case people are wondering. But that could be interesting. I don't know if that's... I think there's a Python API for that somewhere. Not sure how much of it there would be. If it's mostly programming or mostly physical hardware-ish stuff, I really don't know. But could be interesting. I don't know anything about it, so I would have to learn first. I don't know. But long story short, a Let's Code would require something to code, and I don't know what else really. I've done like, what, 100-ish? Or 100 to 120? Somewhere around there. Let's Codes. So that's a lot of stuff. Some were the same program, multiple parts. Some were tiny little... I don't want to say gems, because gems is what Ruby has. What Ruby calls a module is a gem. Get it? Ruby, gems. But little standalone things that just work. And are we at the sleepy thing? Yes. We're good. Let's just go there. Because the next one is over here. I'll go a little more, actually. Famous last words. Yellowman says, lols, you said but. I did it again. Drive, drive, drive. And so I hope I'm not cutting it too close. I'll start yawning in about 40 minutes. Get like the hour 30, hour 35 mark. Your computer controlled, your electronic digital self goes, and starts closing its eyes. And the steering wheel starts to kind of drift one way or the other. And I can play that. Don't have to turn off fatigue. It is soon though, right? It's right here? Yeah, it's this thingy, this turnout. Okay. We can do that without falling asleep at the wheel and running off the road and flipping over and putting chlorine everywhere. We can do that. We can do that. It's fine. It's fine. Yellowman says, Mr. Toot. That is actually a music video by Elvis with a Y. The artist behind What Does the Fox Say? they have another music video called Mr. Toot. It's the story of a man in Istanbul who plays the toot. It's a good story. I'm not going to spoil it for you. Okay. Can I just do this? Will that work? For real? Now I can. How very odd. But it's, you know, sufficient. Alright. Yellowman says, Yelvis! With a Y instead of an E. So Y-L-V-I-S. But yes. Don't need lights, need to turn it on. Okay, jeez. Fine. Bwah. Good thing I can't get a ticket, or it would probably have yelled at me. Bwah. I have that too. Yeah. Yellowman says, and yogurt? Yeah. Yogurt is a good song. It's very European. He's like in a tracksuit and running along the street, and there's people, and he talks to them, and they have yogurt. You should just go watch it at some point. Not now, because this is live. Unless you're, you know, watching the archive, and then it's not live, and you can just pause. I think you can pause the live stream, and it'll do a DVR-ish sort of thing, I believe. I think I have that functionality turned on. Not sure, but keep watching. This, yeah. At some point, once you have watched all of my videos, all 200 something of them, then you may watch other things. I will give you permission. Okay. Am I gonna flip? I sure hope not. Save first. Okay. Very good. Just needed to slow down a little bit. Eight more hours of driving. Not gonna need sleep. Not gonna need gas. Actually, not quite 8 hours, because I hack a speed. It thinks we're gonna be there at 6. 8.5 hours from now. It is not gonna take that long. Just notice how the ETA keeps dropping lower and lower. I have to exit in this cloverleaf thing. Gabriel Custodio in chat says, Das Mann hat einen langen Bart. I don't really speak German, so sorry. Neat language, but I do not speak it. I speak some Portuguese, poorly, and Spanish, poorly used to not be poorly. I took 5 years of Spanish in high school, and then my last year of Spanish was a horrible experience. And then I'm like, I'm gonna go ahead and forget all of this. And I have been partially successful, but some stuff I still remember. Never need to use it anyway, so. Yeah. Had things stolen at that school all the time. Had my locker cleaned out, tried to steal my bike, the other locker, etc. and so forth. Really annoying. Not a good school. And can I just... Gonna be a 20 or 30 euro thing. Is there like a fast pass lane? I don't know. I don't know. I don't know. Know what has a large German population? Star Trek Online. The vast majority of the players are English speakers from America, Canada, maybe Australia a bit. And the next segment is Germans speaking in German. There's enough of a population for them to have fleets and fleet recruiting and selling things in the trade channel stuff. Star Trek is pretty popular in Germany, I guess. It's cool. There's also there's a French language client, but I very rarely see that in use. Whenever someone links an item, it comes up in chat in whatever language their local Star Trek Online install is set to. So you might see, instead of contraband linked, you might see, what's the word? I forgot. It was funny. This is gonna bug me. I don't remember the word. What's the German word for contraband? I don't remember. And it was so evident once I heard it, but I don't remember it. Anyone remember? The old man says, "You lorry drivers are all the same. I'm not in Britain anymore. So it's no longer a lorry." Schmuckgewehr. That's contraband in German. 30 euros, fine. So if someone links contraband from an English client, you will see contraband. If they link the same item from a German client, you see Schmuckgewehr. Because that's what it is. But if you then mouse over it in chat, it will appear as contraband. The tooltip it fetches is in your local language. Schmuckgewehr. Gabriel Custodio says, "Look, I don't know who you are, and the world has 7 billion people, and you're part of this 7 billion is the one who said my name. That's cool. You're on TV." A sort of TV. I don't watch actual TV very often. I think that goes for a larger and larger segment of the population these days. But they're still, they produce content, these TV networks, but people don't necessarily watch it in the usual way. They may have whatever online service they're using. But there's Netflix and YouTube original series that, like, they work with Netflix and YouTube and have like an official thing that's supposed to be like high quality stuff. This one, not forward. I wondered why it felt weird, the buttons I was pressing, and it's because I was pressing the wrong ones. That'll certainly do it. There we go. I occasionally use Google Translate to see what people are saying in German. It's okay-ish. It really does not tolerate misspellings at all. If you Google, like with regular Google search, a misspelled word, it'll say, did you mean, this? And you would be like, yeah, I meant that. But in the Translate application, doesn't handle it well at all. Sometimes it'll be like showing translation for this instead of that, but other times, and in German, nouns are always capitalized, even if they're not proper nouns and not at the beginning of a sentence. So if you have a word with the first letter not capitalized, it might not even recognize it. It'll be like, I don't know, I give up. I don't know what that word is. And it's like, can you pretend that it's capitalized or search for similar? Nope. Okay. So sometimes it'll figure it out. Other times it just gives up when it doesn't really seem that much of a challenge, but you never know. It's pretty good. You can almost always get at least the general idea of what someone's saying. And it's free. Windmill. You see that windmill behind the thing right there? Windmills charge! We are not in Spain. Spain is not implemented in this edition or version of the game. I think there's an Eastern Europe pack or expansion or something, and a Scandinavia pack, which I do not have. If they ever show up in a Humble Bundle, I will definitely snag them. I want the American version, with like 6-lane highways everywhere and road signs that make sense. Yeah. America. America. This road belongs to me. All mine. I wish it wasn't so very uphill, but that's okay. What is this business coming up? What's going on? Is it one of those exit to the other exit to the merge? Let's check that out. Oh no, it just kinda goes through an underpass or overpass and then loops around and then go in here. Okay. That's fine. Yellow Man says, for her honor, the flavor of freedom. Freedom tastes good. Like chili, cooked by a bald eagle. That doesn't make any sense, but it's okay. It's just a simile. It doesn't have to be literal. It's fine. It's fine. It's fine. Okay, I'm gonna have to come to like a complete stop, pretty much. To turn right over here. Okay. Okay, not really a complete stop, but pretty slow. Down to 40 kph. Let's not stall out, please. Let's keep going. Yeah, okay. Very good. In my last ETS2 segment, I told the horror story of starting a quick job in a quarry, having to go uphill and being unable to do so, except by putting it into first gear and just redlining it all the way up. That was an interesting experience, I have to say. Yellowman says, in Murica. That's right. That's right, boy, howdy, we're in Murica. We're in Murica now. We're only pretending to be in Europe. But as they say, when in Rome, can't actually go to Rome. And this, you can go to northern Italy with like Venice and stuff. See? Venice. Venezia is Venice, and Verona, and Milan is Milano, and Torino, and, but, you know, Rome is somewhere in the middle there. So... I'm not going to say it doesn't exist, but we will never go there in this game, because there's no way to go there. Because it doesn't exist. Not exiting. Ausfahrt. That means exit in German. I looked that one up. What city are we going to? München or something? I don't recall. It doesn't say over there. I think it says over here. To München, yes. And that is where we are going. Excellent. Ja. Wunderbar. I do not speak German, so that's the best I can do. Most of my knowledge of German comes from Rammstein. So, not very much. And sometimes video games. I remember in James Bond Nightfire for the GameCube, there's some German guards at the bad guy's villa, and when they see you, they say Eindringling, which means intruder. So that's accurate. It's pretty cool, huh? And maybe a couple other things, and that's it. So ja and nein. But if I went to Germany, would not be able to get by. I would have Google Translate open on my phone the entire time, and I would like hit the, play, pronounce this, whatever, and just have Google talk at people, and they would be like, I speak English, that's bad. It's going a little too fast. A little bit. Okay, all the way here, for real. In theory, the autosave happens every 5 minutes. So we're not losing more than 5 minutes of driving. It's not that far. I should have I should have saved, but I'm like, I'll be fine, I'll be fine, I'll be fine, I'll be just fine. No, not just fine. Sir, you are not fine, you are sideways with your tanker of chlorine. Gabriel Custodio says something in German. Spricht is speaks, I think. And keine is I don't know, but it's a word I've heard before. And Deutsch is German. So I got a couple words in there. Mir is I think mir is with or something. Or me? I don't quite recall. Don't quite recall. It looks really cool though. München, on we go. Was it here? It wasn't here, was it? No. Pretty soon. It's kind of like being a ghost and approaching the scene of my demise. Was it here? Was it here? Should I be careful? Is this where I died? Noxire says, what did I miss? Also, I'm back. Welcome back. You missed, I flipped the truck. Oops, a few minutes ago. Oops. Didn't mean to. I was, turning and, was a bit sharper of a turn than I expected. Was it this one? Gonna slow down for that, huh? But yeah, I kinda flipped the truck and then I was sideways. Oops. And then I reloaded the save. That was a couple minutes ago, recently. Yeah. Gabriel Custodio says, pero también puedo hablar en español con usted mientras conduce. Haha, yes. That means, but I can also talk to you in Spanish while you drive. Haha. The translation of haha in Spanish would be in English haha. Just FYI. Now you are all educated. But it's spelled with a J instead of an H. It's different. Was it this turn? Maybe? That one felt kind of sharp. Noxire says, no cars, no pedestrians, no laws, still got in an accident. Bad luck Brian did. Yeah. Cause like there's these sharp turns and stuff, and you gotta kinda slow down, or else you turn and the truck still wants to go forward. That's inertia for you. And then you do go forward, only the wheels are pointed the wrong way, and so you flip. There's a very good reason for my flipping the rig. Yeah. Very good reason. Totally justified. Totally justified. Tell that to the client. Why is this tanker of cyanide broken and open and empty? I mean chlorine is what they're worried about this time. I'll be like, there's a good reason for that. There's a good reason for that. And it is because I was driving significantly faster than the speed limit, and I flipped the truck. So here's your empty, broken tanker. I don't think they would be pleased. Income income, income, income. I have over 1 million euros. It's pretty good. Mad cash. But look how much space there is in that that field that holds the money you have. That's room for many digits of money. Many digits. Handle it. See, some turns like that one are just fine. And others are like, no, we banked this one the wrong way, so you lose. 50 minutes, we're almost there. See, it said we were gonna get there at 6, but now it thinks we're gonna get there at 3. So I cut 3 hours off an 8.5 hour trip. I drive fast. I drive very fast. Whee! Not as fast as before, when I was just kinda free riding from Felixstowe, I believe, to London. I was just like driving regularly. Oh, I'm going over 160. It's a lot easier to drive fast when you don't have several tons of stuff in a trailer behind you. Significantly. Alright. 50, you say. 75, I say. Yeah. We're almost there. Are we there yet? No. Are we there yet? No. Are we there yet? Yes. We will soon be there. We're right there, see? Just have to pass this. Hello, red light. Goodbye, red light. Yellow man says, how fast can she go? About 100 miles an hour. Maybe like 102, 103-ish. It's a lot easier to attain that if I don't have a load. But I can generally get there, especially if there's some downhill portions. Wrong way, wrong way. This way. There we go. Okay, and now I use the mirror. Straighten that out. That's not correct. No. Let's fix that, shall we? Be a little more this way. Very good. That should work. Noxar says 1 trillion euros perhaps? I don't know how much it'll hold, but it's probably more than anyone is expected to ever get. And fast because no traffic laws. And no traffic. If there were cars in the way, I would not be able to do that. Because they would be like, not in your way, am I? And I would be like, yes. Yes, you are. Excuse me, I'm busy breaking the law here. Well, there. Do 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 do. Brum, 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 brum. And Gerardo Flores is in chat. Está chido el juego. I don't know what chido is. But I get a bunch of XP and money. Yo también lo tengo, pero no es online. That means he also has the game, I suppose, but not online. I am actually not doing the World of Trucks, whatever it's called, thing, where you can get jobs posted by like the community or something. I don't really know how it works, but let's go fix this truck. Let that go here. We're gonna just go around the block, and there's a thing over there. Oh, I have to change the job length so I don't have to sleep. Probably won't work. I did it too late. Should have changed that as soon as I got this job. That's alright. Whee! When you don't need to worry about a trailer. It's pretty nice. I have to slow down a little for the curb. Okay. Let's see what we've got. Probably 1,917. Okay. Alright. I hate to end the stream when people are watching and engaged and whatever, but I've been going for over an hour and I need to do stuff. I've got errands to run today. Help someone move also. And have we got any good deliveries? Let's find out. I'm just checking. I just want to see. Ooh, right now. It's there. We'll do it right now. Noxire says, I should be editing some videos today. I'm watching you and eating a shawarma. Shawarmas are tasty. I need the map. Oh, it's one of these, huh? Okay. That feeling of disorientation when you don't know where you are or who you are. You just woke up in someone's truck. And they want you to drive it around the block, is what they want. And you are late for some reason. I don't know why. And you are driving a Benz. Fancy. Ooh, pedestrians. They're gone. Did you see? Did you see him briefly? And then I looked back. Poof. You see what I'm talking about? Do you see? Pedestrians again. She's gonna disappear? Disappear? Yes? No? Persistent pedestrian. How strange. Is the other one gone? Nope, not gone. He disappeared. Did you see that? I saw it. He was walking right behind here, and then he kind of showed up a little bit, and then disappeared. It's there. It's there. You can see it in the video. You can, hit the left arrow on your keyboard, and it'll back up 5 seconds, and then you can see it. It's true. It happens. I'm not crazy. People just spontaneously stop existing, man. I'm telling ya. See? That one disapparated right in front of me. All these wizards. I'm just a muggle truck driver. I keep on disapparating for the fun of it. Like, come on. Is this what I gotta do? I think somewhere over here. Ah, yes, indeed. Pretty good. Alright. Nothing, but that's okay. Reset fatigue meter. We got a schizophrenic truck driver or something. Yellow Man says dysphoria. People are disappearing. It's like that one Star Trek episode. What was it called? What was the name of it? Remember Me. That Dr. Crusher is talking with an old friend, and they say it seems like everyone's just disappearing because like they lose track of people or they pass away or whatever. Everyone's disappearing, and like at that moment while she's thinking that, little Wesley accidentally creates another universe. Sorry, Mom. And Mom gets trapped in this universe and doesn't notice because it's like the same as the other one, except for one difference. Everyone is disappearing. And nobody remembers these people. And it's because the universe is like shrinking. And at one point she asks the computer, "Computer, what is the nature of the universe?" She's like, "You're not gonna be able to get that, you stupid computer." And it says the universe is a spheroid bubble 193 meters across. And she's like, "Really? Really?" And she looks at like some display and it's like the universe is shrinking. It's pretty exciting. It's got a little bit of the, is she crazy? Or what? And a little bit of the science bit and figuring out, should she dive through this portal or not? You don't know. But it was all Wesley's fault, is the point. And yes, in this game, people definitely do disappear. They're walking along and they're gone. They didn't do too well. They're gone. What is the job market like? That's a good job to have in general. 66. Oh, from London. How about here? 56 is good. Okay. Get my lights back on, and I'm not going to do this job just now. I'm going to go around the block. And I'm gonna save. That's pretty good to do. Vroom, vroom, vroom. There is an automatic. I didn't crash. I'm alright. That was exciting. Let's drive normally for a few seconds, shall we? If I had been hauling something, I would be dead. And by dead, I mean slightly, sideways. Yellow Man says he reimagined reality. Yes, indeed. Isn't it annoying when reality is wrong? When the universe is like slightly smaller than your ship and shrinking. That's bad. Not the only time Dr. Crusher has to deal with weirdness. There was the alien ghost thing that like sort of had a body, only not. That was a weird one. And there was the famous Halloween-like episode, Night Terrors, where Beverly has a really splendid little waking nightmare. She handles it really well, though. She just closes her eyes and goes, "It's not real." And she opens her eyes again, and everything's fine. Because it wasn't real. She knows it is dreams. There's a there's some aliens nearby who are trying to communicate with the crew in the only way they know how, which is telepathically, and it's interfering with people's ability to dream, so they don't. And it turns out that when you don't dream, you go kinda nuts. You start dreaming when you're not asleep in a weird way, and so they were just like basically hallucinating nightmares all the time. The whole crew. It was bad news, but they figured it out eventually, like they generally do. So instead of driving for 17 hours, not driving for 17 hours, but almost 17 hours, yeah, because the tunnel is pretty fast. If this were part of it, yeah, this is a 16-hour ferry ride. This is a 12-hour ferry ride. The tunnel's like half an hour. Can't really sleep on that. But instead of doing all this driving, 17 hours of driving, I'm going to call the stream for today. Noxire says, Macrocosm from Voyager was kinda good. Not the beginning, but when Janeway starts retaking the ship. Is that, was Macrocosm? That was the one where they have, like, a virus or bacteria that, like, grows to, people scale. So they've got, like, this, you know, terrifying virus, bacteria, whatever. They're all terrifying if you look at a blown up picture of them. Like hydrothermal worms. Is that what they're called? Hydrothermal? Thermal vent? Something? They're microscopic. You cannot see them with the naked eye. But if you put them under an electron microscope, they are terrifying monsters. But it's good, because we never actually have to deal with that. So it's fine. It's fine. All the Voyager episodes are good. I think my least favorite Voyager episode is the one with where they introduce the Voth, who are millions of years ago. Some of the dinosaurs on Earth became intelligent enough to develop space travel and left the planet before everything else was destroyed by the big meteorite, whatever, extinction event. And they went to the Delta Quadrant somehow and settled there, where they now think that they were originally from the Delta Quadrant, and anyone who says otherwise is a heretic because science is bad, etc. And the whole episode was, doesn't it suck when science is like silenced? Isn't it just awful? Doesn't it feel really bad? Yeah, it does. So I skipped that one, because it's like the same message the whole time. There's nothing different or interesting about it. The episode could be like 5 minutes long. And I don't know. Not my favorite. But Threshold is fine. It was officially removed from the canon, but I think it's fine. And the chaotic space one with the ventriloquial trajectory, that's fine. That's fine. I've seen worse episodes in original series and Next Generation. So anyway, Noxire says, good stream, but some of the Voyager episodes were terrible. One of them I didn't like so much. Says the Voth one was bad, but wasn't so bad. It's my least favorite, I think. Least favorite Voyager episode. Least favorite original series episode is not Spock's brain. It's Who Mourns for Adonais, because it's stupid. They tell a god they can see, and it's like the real thing. They tell Apollo that they don't believe in him. I mean, they can see him with their eyes and detect, etc. Lots of evidence, but they say humanity has no need for gods. We're fine with just the one. They would rather believe in the one with no evidence, because it's a very scientifically oriented show with progress and whatever. It's so dumb. Anyway, and Next Generation, Skin of Evil, easy one. The episode that's only there because one of the actors wanted to quit the show, so they killed off the character instead of saying, enjoy your transfer, bye-bye, teaching at the academy. I don't know, could have been anything. and then they wouldn't have to ruin the Romulans for her to be a guest star. I guess the clip show in Next Generation was not very good. It's just a clip show. Noxar says the one with Amelia Earhart was bad. The Voyager episode, that one was fine. Fun episode. It was fine. I grew up with Voyager. I watched most of them as reruns on TV, and caught up by the time the finale aired. So that was fun. Good memories of that. But over an hour and a half. That's a good bit of driving. And so with that, thank you for joining me, everyone, in the stream. I really appreciate having live viewers. Makes it more exciting. And I will try to think of Let's Code stuff to code, but I don't really have many ideas for that anymore. I've done a lot of them, so yeah, I'll try to think of more as usual, but can't guarantee it. So it might just be more games, or maybe the expand editor. I'll design something and then implement it. So yeah, that is the stream. Thanks for joining me. Noxar says, have yourself a fun, real road trip. I will. My friend Yellow Man here in chat wants me to go on an actual road trip of, 20 plus hours. I don't know if it's gonna happen, buddy. A real road trip, you cannot save and exit and then go back to it later. So, that's the stream. Yellowman says in chat, I'm trying to convince him into one. I don't know if it's in the cards, cause it's a long road trip, like a 2 or 3 hour road trip. That's fine, but 22 or 3. That's a little different. So we shall have to we shall see, but don't hold your breath. So that's the stream. Thanks everyone for watching and joining in chat. And I will see you tomorrow. Thanks again, and have a good one.